Yo guys, how's your butts? I'm Pete, and today we're going to be talking about the 5 worst strikes in Destiny 2. And if it's your first time here, don't mind liking and subscribing. It's great. You can do that for daily Destiny 2 videos. The criteria that I use to determine what were or are the worst 5 strikes in Destiny 2 are going to be the overall length, the farmability of the strike, and also how much fun it is, and to a lesser extent the actual story and lore that the strike actually brings into the game. Coming in at number 5 on the worst strikes in Destiny 2 are going to be both Mercury strikes, which are a garden world and a tree of probabilities. And mainly the main reason these are fun is they're really uncreative on Bungie's part. These came out during Curse of Osiris, and they were just story missions converted into strikes, which is okay if they're fun to play, but most of the mission for these is just jumping through the infinite forest, and that's incredibly boring. You don't have to kill anything, you just literally run through it and then wait till the portal lets you go through after you kill a few ads. So they're really just not fun. They don't really add much to the story because Curse of Osiris didn't have much of a story anyway. You just get to learn about how there's Cabal and, the timelines of all the Vex crap in the Infinite Forest, and then you jump through it and you one-shot both bosses, and then you're done. And coming in at number 4 in the worst strikes for Destiny 2 is going to be the Festering Core. Now, this is actually going to be the one that I've played the least, and I'm kind of happy for it. It was really exciting when it came out during Shadowkeep. It was something new. This area had been explored prior to Shadowkeep releasing. People had glimpsed into it, but it's just not fun. There are some implications, and it does talk about Savathûn quite a bit within the lore, but it's a very long strike. The boss is also damage gated, and there's some weird physics with the shock and the little takey thing, the vexy thing, like Vault of Glass encases you. There's some weird stuff going on with those. They don't quite work the way they should for at least, someone as dumb as me. Coming in at number 3, which may be the most surprising on the list, is actually going to be the Hallowed Lair, which this isn't bad from a loot perspective because it offers one of the best guns in Destiny 2 as far as shotguns for PvP, but it's just not a fun strike to do. First off, it's long. Second off, the boss is, guess what? He's damage gated, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can't even beat the damage gate. There's not really much lore because the Forsaken story just kind of encapsulates itself, and the Scorn kind of don't really have much to go off of after that. So the story's not that great, and it's really long, and that's really the main reason. And the worst thing is you have all the enemies in the last room, which can be fun, but none of the enemies in the last room count towards any bounty progress or towards any kind of exotic quest or special quest progress either, which makes this strike suck even more. Coming in at number 2 is the same one from the same expansion. This comes from Forsaken as well, and it is the Corrupted. And this is mainly because this boss is, you guessed it, time gated, and the strike is long. It actually is a pretty cool strike whenever you go and look at it. It does have a lot, you go to the Taken Dimension and the Ascendant Realm and whatnot. It's got a little bit of variability in it, but the time it takes comparative to other strikes, and the fact that the boss is time gated, and maybe the worst fact is the stupid corrupted ball mechanic that people just don't understand. And that's what brings us to number 2, and it was really, really close to making the Corrupted number 1, but I had to go back all the way back to year 1. One of the first Nightfalls I actually ever did. So the worst strike in Destiny 2 is Exodus Crash. And I have to ask, why is this still in the game? Why is it staying in the game? It's a long strike. If you guys don't remember, back in year 1 and year 2, there were some problems with the boss. It would leave and not come back, and you couldn't do any damage to it, and there's nothing going, and it would do a time gated thing every 5 seconds anytime you did damage to it. It was absolutely horrible. It was actually removed from the strike playlist. It was removed from the Nightfall playlist. It was removed from everything for a while, and I kind of wish it stayed that way. Not to mention you have the little scans you have to run through, and if you don't run through all of them, nobody else will, and there's always one that's left at the beginning of it, and it's terrible, and it takes forever, and there's a stupid spider tank for some reason that you have to kill. I don't know. It's a long strike, and guess what? It's time gated, and it offers nothing to the lore, so it makes this unfun. Guys, that is the top 5, my worst strikes in Destiny 2. If you agree, disagree, if there's one that I left off, let me know in the comments. Guys, thanks for watching the video. Please like and subscribe for daily Destiny 2 videos. I love you guys, and keep your butts safe.